Welcome back. So, because of the timing of when I'm recording today, I had to do the news video first, but the jersey video is second. And in the case of people who are watching this ages later, none of that's going to work because it's all in a playlist. And, anyways, yeah, so we're going to do 390 through 381 today. So, where are we going to start? Where are we going to end? I don't know, but I'm wearing my I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious t-shirt because why not? Um, because I love The Office. Every now and then I'll still get bored and I'll be like, all right, I'll watch the whole series of The Office again. Because sure. Anyways, let's go ahead and get on with the countdown. Number 390 is this fantastic Chicago Wolves jersey. Now, of course, I had the white one as well as countdown. And again, I do like that they don't have the logo of their parent team on the jersey, that they do have their own look, and that absolutely terrifying logo that will haunt your nightmares. But Chicago Wolves, yeah, number 390. And it's a starter right here. This one was actually sent to me by a subscriber. And yeah, I do appreciate this jersey in that it is very different from others, I will say, than other age. Not all AHL teams are necessarily following the template of the parent club, and at some point I'm going to do videos on that. But yeah, Chicago definitely independent. Number 389. This is the 1967 throwback that Toronto did. I will say I do like that the Leafs logo on this is felt. I think they could do that again. But again, you know, it's a decent jersey. I do prefer their current design to this one though. Um, and it's interesting. At some point in time, maybe I can compare which logos I like better. The '80s style that they had, the one that people remember as being during that really bad era of Harold Ballard. But again, this one at 389, it is ahead of almost 100 jerseys. It's just when I'm organizing these, this one ends up 389. I like it though. I do genuinely like this jersey. Number 388. This is a Calgary Flames jersey. I don't understand. I'll never understand what caused them to say we need to have this kind of striping on our jersey. It is odd because the jerseys they're wearing now, those throwbacks everybody likes, they went from those to this, and it was tough at the time. Now, this tells you that I didn't get it brand new, that I got it on eBay. That either this belongs to the AL West or there's somebody named Al West who owned it. So, Al, if you lost your jersey, let me know, and I have it. And if you're part of the American League West, I'm sorry, but whatever you guys had planned, it's mine now. Number 387 is this Pittsburgh Penguins jersey, which is their current third jersey. And it's one that I'm kind of surprised by that. I don't know. They've done yellow jerseys going all the way back to, of course, the early 80s. Those jerseys, the other yellow jerseys they've used will show up later in the countdown. This one just ends up lower down. And it's a lot of marigold. It's a lot of marigolds like yellow, orange, and there's a lot of that. And yeah, it's just kind of no stripes again, and people will notice I do tend to like the jerseys more that have the stripes along the bottom and that kind of thing. So yeah, 387. Number 386. No striping. The weird piping here. Although on this Reebok they didn't actually color it different. But the stripes, I always wonder why teams go with this kind of a striping design. It's weird, right? And I'm glad Philadelphia did away with that. And yet, I do like the darker color orange, comparatively speaking, with what they wear now. But again, it ends up that some of the jerseys that I perceive as being kind of plain might end up lower down. So people are like, where's the Canucks V jersey? Hey, the V jersey took guts. That took guts. And yeah, so that ends up being higher up than these ones. It's not number one. Somebody asked in the comments, is the V jersey number? No, that's no. I couldn't in good conscience have that the number one. Here's the Vancouver V. No, but this Philadelphia, there are some Flyers jerseys that are relatively high up on the countdown. This ends up being one of the ones that's lower down. Number 385. The Blues didn't wear this design that long. This is one that everybody kind of knows. They didn't wear this that long. And yet this was right around where I got my first ever Blues jersey, which was the blue version of this one. This one here I got on eBay. I think it was through a smaller seller. It's just a blank. And again, you know, I prefer the Blues look now. The St. Louis inside the blue note is... It wasn't weird to me then because that was how I'd known it to look at that point in time. But looking back, it is weird to have St. Louis right in there. The blue note is fine on its own. The St. Louis seems kind of superfluous, right? Number 384. I remember I went to Metrotown Mall and I saw this. It was the first time I'd seen a Colorado Rockies jersey in person. And I was like, man, I have to buy that. It's kind of ugly, isn't it? And it never, I was never able to shake that. So eventually I did buy it. I think I got it through Ice Jerseys. I think that's where I got it through. But I never really shook that feeling of, wow, that's kind of ugly, right? So it's lower down in the countdown. I do prefer the white one. The white one I think looks much nicer than does the blue one. But at the same time, if you wear a Colorado Rockies jersey, you are going to have people saying, that's an awesome jersey, or what is that? Because it's not like the Rockies were around that long. But you can see why the Colorado Avalanche, why their third jersey what they've worn the last few years, I'll get there, I feel kind of has echoes of this. And of course, the look and the colors are of course the Colorado flag. I'm aware of that. It just comes across as kind of ugly in the design. They weren't in Denver long enough to make any changes. They were basically in and then straight out to New Jersey. So there you go. Colorado Rockies. Number 383, and this is an Islanders third jersey that, well, you know, they tried. And I'm going to say that their current third, I think, is their best, at least the one they've worn up until this past season. Who knows, maybe they don't wear that again this year. But this is odd. It's oddly colored, and you can see underneath, and the sort of dagger-looking stripes under here. They tried. They did. The Islanders, they tried. And then people got mad and went, that's kind of ugly. So they went, fine. When Reverse Retro Day comes around, we're not even going to bother. And they're like, what is a Reverse Retro Day? And they're like, we'll see. But, yeah, this, I honestly, I don't mind it. I think I've worn this for a meetup at one point. It's easy to find somebody wearing this jersey. This is one of those jerseys that's very easy to pick out in a crowd. Number 382. So this is a Nashville Predators jersey. Which does have an odd word mark in here. I got this one on eBay, of course. It's blank. And has that neckline that tends to choke a person with a fatter head, like me. So, yeah. I do like the shoulder patches. I always thought those were the nicest of the shoulder patches they've had. Nashville's had a surprising number of shoulder patches. That's a video for another time as well. But yeah, for a team that hasn't been around that long, they've had a number of different shoulder patches, secondary kind of things. So yeah, I like this. I do like the logo being smaller than it was on the original jersey, just too big. And the overall look isn't too bad. It's not a bad look at all. Number 381. This is one of my more recent pickups. Stockton Heat. You can see an American flag on one shoulder and the California flag on the other, which I think makes that unique. It's the only jersey I have that has a California flag on a shoulder. The logo is as it is. And again, you know, it's kind of a almost copy of the Calgary look. I do hope that with Calgary going back to their traditional look that Stockton keeps the black in their jersey. I understand the love for the original look for the Calgary Flames, but I think at some point in time people are going to miss a little bit of black in that jersey too, and we'll see a third with more black accents to it, like this one has. But again, it has that piping around the arm and down the jersey, and yeah, so it's number 381. But again, we're into jerseys that I do like. So for anybody who's going to say, oh, he doesn't like that, it's not. It's a matter of where they end up in the placement. Doesn't mean any kind of hate. But there you go. 390 through 381. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon. I'm not going to say smash that like button. I'm not going to say it.